So I just finished watching a documentary called The Crash about Mackenzie Shirilla. If y'all haven't watched it, y'all need to go check it out. It's all over everybody's timelines. It came out on Netflix on May 15th. So Mackenzie Shirilla was driving a vehicle in the early morning hours when she wrecked the car with herself and two of her friends, one of those friends being her high school sweetheart. When you're watching this, at first you're like, okay, these are just some kids, probably intoxicated, maybe under the influence, driving at 5 in the morning and got into a wreck that unfortunately ended with people's lives. You start to see what we think may not be necessarily true, and that's that Mackenzie may have unalived her friends intentionally. So yeah. So here's Mackenzie and Dominic Russo. This was her high school sweetheart, Dominic. He was in the crash. He unfortunately lost his life. By all accounts, their close friends said that they were high school sweethearts. They were very much in love. They were very close. They were even living together. She moved out of her parents' house at 17, and we're going to get into that as well about these parents of hers. But by the close friends or mutual friends that they had a whole love story going. But when you start to watch the documentary a little bit more, you find out Dom's friends didn't think that things were so sweet. They were saying that Mackenzie was incredibly controlling, threatened him all the time, and he was actually looking to break up with her. So before I get into her parents, I just want to talk about towards the end of this documentary, Mackenzie comes out. This is her. She's in prison now because she was convicted. She comes out, and the way that she just comes onto camera, like to be interviewed by Netflix, hair done, makeup done, she sits down and it's like she's about to deliver the ultimate like lines from Euphoria or something like that. It was really weird. It looked very staged. And in fact, she had her lawyer there, which is not that uncommon, but it seemed or it felt like the lawyer was coaching her on what to say. She was hoping for that her case would be overturned, and that did not happen for her. So you could tell that she's trying to be really careful with her words, and she keeps saying that it wasn't intentional, that she loved Dom, and she's very sorry to the families and all that, but it just didn't feel genuine at all. I don't know what y'all think. Y'all drop in the comments. Did y'all feel the same way? So now let's get into these parents. So I mentioned earlier that at 17, she moved in with Dom. Dom was like 3 years older than her from what I remember. And it's kind of par for the course for these parents because they were like, she was in love. They were close. Dom had money at his age. He was